Welcome to the Pretty Red ENT Show. It's your girl, Goddess Naquita, aka Pretty Red ENT. And if nobody told you they loved you today, just know that Goddess Naquita, she loves you so much. And I'm sending so much love and light out into the whole planet, the universe, the angels, the ancestors. You know, they get down, okay? In the water, okay? How you beautiful people been doing? I'm so sorry. I've been on vacation, while on vacation, but I am back. I have been recording episodes, so I am going to upload those. So that way, like, you know, y'all can get back in tune. We'll listen to the podcast. I had a few people here and like, when's the next episode? Like, you had the crazy, like, and I'm like, no, I gotta come in, like, but right now I'm just in like preparation mode where I'm just recording for times when I'm going to release them, and it's different. Everything is a time thing, and it's like this comes out at the time that it needs to come out. Okay. So, guys, this episode is let go of the things that you need to let go and stop playing games. Okay. All right. So, shots fired. Y'all know when the shots fired, I'm about to go in. I'm not about to play no games with y'all. I love y'all so much, and I hope y'all love me back. But I want to say this, guys. Like, when it is time to let go of people, places, and things, you need to let go. Like, all the way. Like, let it go. Shut the door. If you really trust the universe on what you're doing in life, like, and you trust God, the universe, like, whoever you believe in, if you really trust them, you gonna really understand that when it's time to let go, it's really time to let go. Okay? It's time to let go. It's time to let go of the hurt. It's time to let go of anything that is standing in the way of you being successful. This year is about like what is down gotta go up, and what is go up gotta go down. Like it's a transfer of energy. Okay, it's a transfer of everything. So if you feel like, oh, I'm not in the spot that I was to be, this is your year for your comeback year. So I really in alignment with whoever you were supposed to let go, let them go. And this is the greatest time. Like, prime example, because I gotta say this. So it's like Noel Lyles when he run the 100 race, right? The thing about this is that he won because he leaned he said, I heard a voice in me that said, I gotta lean. He said, but it is kind of like he was saying, like, I prayed, and then bam, something told me at that moment, like, lean. And then I leaned and I won. He said, but I already knew because when I was talking to God, this is what he said. When I was talking to God, God said that I was gonna win by this much, like an inch of a hair. And he did, right? The problem with this is it's not really no problem, but this is what it is. You're in your final lap. Like, and if you're running a race, like how this is, like, you're right there. You're about to cross the finish line, and ain't nobody else racing against you. Just you. You're about to cross it. All you got to do is just lean a little bit and you win. So I think this retrograde period is about that right now. It's just leaning in a little bit and you're going to win. Believe in yourself a little bit and you're going to win. Okay? But guys, I'm telling you, it was a point where I was on vacation and I'm like, oh, I ain't never coming back here. And it wasn't that I was saying it to be spiteful. It was more like, nah, it's kind of like this was God showing me like it's time to shut this door and it's time to disconnect from people that are no longer serving me, right? And serving my purpose and serving a thing, because some people can be very toxic, guys. They carry an energy and it's not in alignment to who you going to be and who you need to be. They were only there to serve a purpose to push you more closer to your purpose, right? So I feel like my whole time when I went home was to finally say, like, okay, I love y'all. It is this, is that. And then when I went on vacation again, I was like, okay, well, this ain't where I'm supposed to be at. And then it was like, I started meditating, you know, meditation, God, my angels, my ancestors was all talking to me. And it was just more of a thing like, it's like, you need to make sure you say this on the podcast, like, because some people need to disconnect. They gotta disconnect from people, places, and things. Like, and once we say shut that door, we really mean shut that door. And I know how I learned, and I know how most Aries people learn. Okay, all Aries people learn the same way. Like, it's really weird, but hey, it's a thing. Okay, but like, you Aries people, we're very sensitive. So when you ain't gotta really say it too many times. Like, we get it, and so like, I got it. And I was like, okay, so this door gotta be shut. Like, if you want blessings to come to you, and this is what spiritual people are saying, man, you gotta clean out that old stuff and remove old things for new things to come in. Right? So if you're not removing the old stuff, how are you gonna let anything new come in your life? And so I'm a person where I'm like, you know what? You kind of got a point about that one, okay? Like, you got a whole point about this, and I can't even be mad about it, but it is truthful. Like, you can open a door and not go in and just look at the door that you need to close, because you walked out of that door, you didn't close the door. That's the message. When you walk out the door, close the door, and then open up a new one and close that door, so that way you're not going back there at all. That's what people, places, and things. I'm telling you, it's to the point where I'm like, y'all know me how I'll be sitting back clocking the tea. I'll be looking at people, because I love people, but it's like some people I'm just like, I can't see why I was like, me and you was never cool. Like, I don't shut the door on you. Like, there's no coming back. Like, once you, like, an Aries, I read a post the other day. It's like, once you cross the Aries, they can't unsee that. We might forgive you, but we can't see what you did. Like, we have to acknowledge that you did that, and we just can't unsee it anymore. And I'm okay with that. And it's like, I can't do certain things to make you happy. I have a boundary. And my boundary is once I place you on the other side of the fence, stay there. Once you chose that side, now I place you there. I'm like, okay, you chose that side. Now this is your place where you are at. Stay there. Don't come back over here. Don't try to come open my door. Stay there. The thing is, now that we talking about a fence or picking a side, we want to say you picked that door. Now shut it. And I'm going to go in this door and shut it. And then this is the way how they don't come back. And I'm telling you, like, I was doing a whole lot, guys. So I was at a gym, and I was working out, by the way, all summer long. So I was at a gym. But in order to participate in a gym, you had to attend, like, church and devotion. So I'm like, this is something that my mom likes to do. So let me do this with her, like, while I was up there and around my mom and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'll do this with you because I know, like, you like it or whatnot. So I started to sit there. So I started to participate, right? Because I'm a person like, yeah, I want to sit there, but I got stuff I got on my mind. Like, I mean, we want to talk about it. And I helped to see, and it helped me out a whole lot just to get some of the stuff out. And I was like, gosh, I don't even know y'all don't know me, but I don't care. But it just felt like so loving, because the more I was open about what I was going through, the more it helped everybody around me. Everybody who was sitting there participating. It even helped, like, some people be honest about, like, what was going on with them, what they were experiencing. And like this one lady, like, I'm telling y'all, to the point where this one lady was like, I was like, hold on. Like, like, I was like, she like kind of like she my grandma age. I ain't playing that. So I went and talked and told somebody, because something was going on with her. And I told somebody, like, this is what's happening to this lady. And she's like, if it wasn't for you, I don't even think I would be saying that. But if it wasn't for you being as open as you telling your stories, then I don't even know if I would have been able to speak about what was happening to me when I leave here. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'll stand here with you. Like, do you need a ride? I'll give you a ride. Like, but it was just so amazing to be around people who, like, just love you, just to love you. And then it's like, my story helped them to heal and tell their story and stuff that was going on with them. So I'm kind of happy about that, right? So it was like, I was kind of like happy that I kind of got the stuff out about me, because I was like, oh my gosh. I was telling the pastor lady, that's my girl. And I was like, baby, listen, I was like, these guys, they just be really addicted to me. And I'm like, some people, I used to be toxic. I used to like that power I had over them. I'm like, but I'm in recovery now about the power that I had over men. And it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just more that it's a control mechanism, right? Like, and I do mine's a little bit different than most women when I'm saying that. And it was more about, okay, like, I know you're going to call me back because I'm just a good person. So I had that power over you to make you call me back. And I'm a person to admit that. Like, I'm a good person. And I know if I give out good energy, you're going to always want me. But I'm at a point now that I'm like, it's getting out of control. Y'all men is acting crazy. Like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay, no, y'all acting crazy right now. And I'm like, so just sitting there and talking about like my issues on like what I was healing and some trauma I was like, I healed from. Because a lot of times people don't talk about the trauma that they heal from. You talking about trauma that you're healing or you healed from can help somebody else sitting next to you. And I'm telling you, I was talking about like different situations, what happened to me when I was younger, and like how like some guys are. And this like led a whole like wormhole, but it ended up helping out at least 5 women that was in there with me. And I was like, I don't even feel bad. Like, and I was like, I'm so much in my truth that I don't care if this helps somebody. I'm willing to speak about it, because healing is to each his own, but healing is every day. But sometimes hearing how like somebody speaks their truth about something that you cannot be honest about is so powerful, right? And I used to tell people that all the time, like, I can't really say if somebody did this or they didn't do it. That's still their truth. I mean, I used to not admit it, but I do now. So I can't say that. If you was to ask me a few years ago, I would have lied. But it wasn't that I was lying on other people. It was lying about something that happened to me. But now I'm able to speak about it, and I'm able to like say like, this is what happened, and this is how I came up out of that. And this is like where I stand at this now. And like, I look back at that, like, I don't even know that life no more, but it got me to who I am today. And so I will say like, that was like the highlight of my trip was really just, when I was at the gym working out and just sitting there, just like listening, because I was telling them, I was like, well, spiritual people be saying the same thing. Only thing we be saying it like this, which it means the same thing here. And then like I had one pastor, she's like, I get what you're saying. She's like, because technically you're right. And she's like, I agree with that. And there was one girl, she's just like, like she's a little hurt. And it's like, you can't really talk to people or connect to people until you heal. This other girl, she's not as hurt as you, and she's more accepting, but I don't know what's really going on behind closed door and what your heart is. But my heart is always on love. So I can't really speak on that. But I would say like I really had a good time, I had a really wonderful time on vacation. It was eye-opening, but I have learned how to have healthy boundaries. Like we talked about boundaries, how to have boundaries with friends and family. Like, and I always have really good boundaries, but it was more about like, okay, I'm like, some of these guys, like, no, you don't get to be my friend. You don't want to be my man. You're not my friend. That's dumb. No, I'm not accepting that. No, no, you gotta go. And so a lot of times, like guys from the past, they will want to be my friend. And I'm like, why? I know that I was a good friend to you, but you wasn't a good friend to me. And whatever the reason is has nothing to do with me. That's more of a you problem, right? So what I will say, and what has helped me to grow and be beautiful and to be accepting is that I have learned over this past vacation to shut the door. Like before I walk into a new door, I have to shut the door to every old connection. No, you cannot call me. No, you cannot. No. Like, it's to the point where I think some people who thought they still might had a chance, no, they don't. Like, ever. Don't call me. Don't. And I was explaining to them, like, I really don't like to be upset. I really don't like to be mad. I really don't like to cuss or nothing. I really just like to be happy. And at some point, right, if I have to like feel like I gotta raise my voice at you or say something that's like really nasty, I don't like that. But sometimes people like that, and men like to get some women out of character because it means like, oh, you still care. No, I'm really saying this because I'm an Aries, bro. Stop playing with me. Like, I don't like it. Like, I don't like what you did. I don't like what was said. I don't like how you try to involve me in a triangle and did not ask. Or just like you wasn't ready. And then you're playing games. And like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I told this one dude, I said, listen here. I said, bro, listen. One thing for sure, when I started talking to you, I knew your heart hurt. I'm spiritual. I'm very tapped in. I knew your heart hurt and that you still loved another person. That's why I never like took you serious at all. And he was like, well, I thought you did. I'm like, I didn't. We went on 1 or 2 dates and I was like, oh, nah, he really hurt. He loved that girl. Whatever girl he dealing with, he loves her. Why should I involve myself with any man? I'm like, bro, I have never did that ever, by the way. I'm like, I'm not involving myself with some man like you over here hurt for real. And then you don't really want nothing from me, but you're willing to lay down and have sex with a woman that you don't want to commit to. That's dangerous to me. Like, you need mental help, but that's like you could trying to commit premeditated murder. Like, that's dangerous to me. I don't know. I'm not about to lay down with a man I don't want to commit with. I have never been that type of person. Like, anybody I have laid down with, I had a spiritual connection with, period. There was a connection. Like, we always talk. I'm a deep talker. So it's like really weird, but it's like I had to go through and like make sure, like, and it was like the universe, God, my angels, like my ancestors, like, get rid of these people. These people have old connections to you. Like, they don't even know the real you now. Like, there's no need for them to call you, nothing. But I've been telling them not to call me, but it was like this time was a little bit different. Okay, guys? It was very different to the point where they knew not to call me. Like, I don't know how to say. I don't know how to explain it besides they know better than to call me. Right. And I'm not too upset about it. I'm happy about it. I feel very grateful. I feel like the universe, my angels, ancestors, God, whoever y'all believe in, protects me and like help me because I'm very sensitive and I don't like to be mean to people. And I'm like, what do you want? You really don't want anything. What do you want? Like, oh, I don't want to be your friend. Like, when I wanted to be friends, you didn't want to be friends. So now I should let you back in? Like, no. This is not how that goes. And I don't know. Like, I don't know. And then I guess like, I don't know. Like, it was really weird of what was going on, how it was going on. I was just like, oh, this is crazy right now. Like, I just was like sitting back, just like watching, like, I gotta let these connections go. Y'all got to get up out my way. Like, you don't want to contact me? Fine. I'm happy about that. It was to the point where these people were telling me they didn't want me to contact them. And then I was like, I don't contact you anyways. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I don't contact you anyways, why would you contact me? Like, and then you want me to not contact you when I already don't contact you. I don't follow you on nothing. We don't talk on a daily. But yet you want me to not contact you. This does not make sense at all, baby. Like, and I have to say that, like, it doesn't make sense. And so I was like very happy about that. Like, I don't think y'all understand like all the connections that like just fell off on their own. He was like, hey, don't you ever call me ever again? I'm like, yes. I didn't even say nothing. Like, it's to the point where I didn't have to say nothing to these people. It was like, I'm never calling you again. Thank you. And it was like all because I didn't say anything, but it was just like they just went away. And I prayed. I was like, I had to sit down, talk with the angels, the ancestors. I had to talk to God, and I had to talk to the little man, whoever the higher up people is. I need to talk to you because I'm tired of these people hitting me up. And I'm telling you, prayers be answered, okay? Manifestations was real, okay? But nah, guys, like all jokes aside, for real, guys, I had a really wonderful time. But really learning how to close the door that I walked out of. A lot of times people talk about like, yeah, once God closed one door, you're gonna walk into another one. God might need you to close that door, but you gotta be willing to walk out that door and close it yourself. Okay, close it, bam. God gonna close it. I feel like if you and God do it as a team, it ain't gonna be open again. You and your ancestors do it as a team, it ain't gonna be open again. Whoever you believe in, do it as a team, it's not gonna be open again. And then bam, there go a new beautiful door that you got that's just waiting for you. Everything. I always tell people like if you're being warned to let someone go and you don't, whose fault is that? That's technically yours. You are given all the signs to let this person, place, or things go, but yet you still keep going back there. I'm a person like, baby, you only got to treat me once. You only got to do me wrong once. I'm out the door. I ain't even about to play with you, okay? I can't do it. You got one time to really treat me any type of way, like where it's negative to the point where I'm like, I'm cool. I ain't dealing with that. I'm too grown to deal with stuff where people don't communicate, people don't want to communicate. I'm too grown to like I have to be able to speak the way I speak and for you to understand and for me to understand because I'm a person that loves to communicate. So that way we don't have to have this communication again, okay? But I'm telling y'all, like if y'all been having some people to just fall off out of nowhere, and like I really didn't go through and say anything about like, oh, well, this and that. And then I'm thinking about, dang, well, before I went on vacation, I did some stuff that I normally don't do, but I was kind of happy about it. Like it was like, okay, I got rid of these. I was like, I don't want no old connections that's not gonna bring me any good. And I always tell people, like, I don't like to be connected to people where if I talk to you, nothing good happens. You got to stop calling me. You have to stop calling me. Like, you're not doing me any favors. You're only doing yourself a favor, and that's disgusting. You're an energy vampire. You're an energy user. Baby, like, listen, you got to be putting in the work to be around me. Like, I'm always healing. I'm always doing some healing work. I'm always doing something to make myself better. So at some point, I only can be around that same energy because it thrives. I love seeing people do the work and staying away from areas that they shouldn't be in. Like, I love to see people choose them in a relationship. Like, okay, listen, I done did this relationship with you and it was not working. So I'm going to move on right now. Right? Like, it's not benefiting me, like any way, shape, form, or how, like it's not benefiting for me. So I have to go. So I'm going to choose me first this time. Like, I don't want to leave no door open. I'm going to leave the door open. Nah, baby, I ain't leaving that door open. I'm shutting that door. Goodbye. You got to go. You got to go. You got to get out. But guess what? When you get out, I'm getting out too, and I'm going to a new door. And baby, that door, I'm going to shut that door. You will not be allowed to cross even the line to even get close to this new door because you're going to be where you at and I'm going to be where I'm at. You chose your side. Stay there. And y'all got to start making people stand on what they do. Like, if you pick a side, you better stay there. Don't try to come back over here and pick this side like, no, baby, you do not love me. I don't care if you family, friend, foe, whoever. Once you pick that side, you got to stand on that because the side I stand on is love. I'm not standing on no other side besides love. So if it's not lovable, if it's not about love, then I'm not doing it, bro. I can't. I can forgive you, but I have a boundary. Like if I keep letting you in and you keep hurting me doing the same exact thing, I have a boundary up against you where you cannot no longer come near me or anything. A lot of times in Black families and families in general, we are taught to love the people that hurt us no matter what. Instead of saying, bro, you did some really horrible stuff, so it's really time to go. Like, I can't keep letting you back in my life. Like, you have hurt me. You have did nothing to help me be a better person, so you have to go. A lot of times people do not do that. They do not let go of people who they're supposed to let go of because they want to love, because this is what we're taught to do, is to love regardless of anything. Forgive. I can forgive you, but you cannot come back over here. And this way it keeps me from having to heal a wound that is now starting to heal and reopen it again. Let my skin grow all the way back before you try to come back. But then by the time my skin grow back and it's all beautiful again, then you should be a beautiful person inside too. But I can't let you come back over here. You got to stay there. Once you choose a side, stay there. Okay? Guys, y'all need to start making people stand on the things that they are saying, what they're doing. Like, no, you chose this path. Like, I'm telling you, it was so many times, like, I was getting messages, I was getting downloads for people, but I'm like, listen. And, like, they're not listening. That ain't got nothing to do with me, baby. I gave the message out. I got to go. And, baby, the demise to this is what it is. I can't dispute that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. The only thing I could do is say, like, hey, I gave the message out to you. I love you. Woo-de-woo-woo. After that, I am gone. I am gone. I love you. I'm going to be over here on my island and you be wherever you at on your island. But baby, I'm over on an island that you can't even come across this water to even deal with me. You can't even make it across the water to deal with me. So I love you enough for the both of us, but I love you to say like, hey, this is my boundary and you can't come back over here. Like prime example, if y'all know that you have some toxic family members, and this is real true, toxic family members, toxic friends, you keep forgiving them for the same exact thing. You keep telling them this hurts, this hurts, this hurts, this hurts, this hurts. Oh no, you took their side. Stay there. Like, I don't like the way you speak to me. I don't like what you create. Just stay there. I don't want to be around you because instead of us healing and us being loving, you're just always so negative. Just stay over there. I'm going to leave you alone and you leave me alone, and that's fine. And I'm okay with that. But a lot of times you get people who wants to still overextend themselves or still be connected to your energy cord when you need to let go. Okay, guys, like y'all gotta really let go. You got to let go of these places too. Like, you know, every time you go in this particular area, nothing good ever happens. Nothing. Nothing good ever happens at all. But yet you still keep going over there. Like, you got to ask yourself, like, why do I keep putting myself into harmful situations? Why do I keep putting myself into a situation where this is hurtful? And this is how you break that cycle that you're in. And it's like, I got to get out. I need air. I'm an Aries. You can't control me because cycles are controlled, baby. Once I figure out, baby, I got to go. I got to get up out of here. I got to move on, and I got to be okay with that. But I have to do it in a loving way. And I'm telling you, like, some people, they had to go. Baby, you got to go. Okay, like, really, I'm telling y'all, it was some people like, prime example, I was with my grandma and her sisters at the park, and I was like, if there's anybody I want to avoid this boy right here. Like, and so I seen this boy, and he looks at me, he's like, but don't I know you? I was like, yeah, you know me. And I was like, what's my name? He's like, I'm so in love with you. I said, but what's my name? You don't even know nothing about me, but you love me. No, you love me because I turned you down. And I told you I'm not dealing with no man who can't take me out on no date. And I told you that, like, and this is years ago. I'm talking about this man. I've been knowing him since my son was first born. Like, and I was like, you just mad because I didn't have sex with you either. Like, and a lot of times men love the chase, and they permanent. They lie and they say they don't, they lie. Okay, men love the chase, okay? But the whole thing is like, when I'm not chasing, we're not playing a game here, and I'm just telling you, like, no, I don't want you, like. And then you got this thing, and he's like, well, I love you. I say, if you love me, then what's my name? Mind you, I was like, okay, so what's my mama name? You don't know my name, my mama name. My mama used to stay by you, so you don't know my name, my mama name. You know my family members, like my grandma's sisters, but you don't even know my grandma's name. You don't know my name, my mama name, or my grandma's name. Like, what's going on? And then we made a bet about like my name, because he's like, oh, well, your name is this. And then once he remembered my name, he was like, oh, well, yeah, this is your Facebook name. I was like, that is a nickname that I gave myself. Does not mean that this is my name. Star is not my name. Like, yes, Star is not my name, guys. Like, it's my nickname. People call me Star. Hey, feel me? But that is not my name. Like, my name is my name, and this is what I go by now. Like, I don't go by anything else besides this, like, period. And make a long story short, he was just like, well, I still love you. And we betted on my name. And so he owed me $50. And I'm like, oh, what? So then I seen him while I was walking. I did a lot of walking, a lot of exercising. And I was like, I seen him while I was walking one day, waiting on my grandma and them. I went walking around the whole Covington. And I was like, hold on. He's like, you gonna buy me a water? I said, why would I buy you a water and you owe me $50? Boy, bye. Like, I don't, like, no. He's like, you want a ride? I was like, no, I don't need no ride, but thank you, though. I do appreciate it. And it was just like a whole little moment where it was like, I hope that you let go. He was like, man, you mean. I'm like, I'm not mean. I'm just real. I don't like you. Like, I can't sit up here. I'm not going to sit up here in front and be like, oh, I like you, knowing I do not like you at all. You have no chance at all with me. I'm not that type of person to play games with you. If I know that you do not have a chance with me and I know I do not have no way to like, I'm not going to play with you. I'm so in love to the point where I will not play with you. Like, no, I love me. Like, no, I'm not about to play with you because I know how it feels to be played with. So I'm not about to play with you. Like, I don't like you. Like, I don't even like you as a person right now. Like, I mean, you cool peoples, but as far as like when it goes down to like really dealing with that, like a person telling me you're just infatuated with me. You don't really, I mean, you probably love me because I'm a really good person. And I always typically help people and be real with people, but you don't know me. You don't know my name, my mama name, but he did know my granddaddy's name, which is kind of crazy. Like, how you don't know my family? It just don't make no sense, okay? Like, you know my auntie and them, but you don't know my grandma, but you know my grandma's husband, which is my granddaddy. Like, knew his name and everything. Like my grandma was like, well, that was my husband. And he was like, oh. Like, what? Like, they ain't even their brother and sister. Like, so, but I don't know. It was weird. But he did know my grandpa's name, but he did not know my grandma's name, my mama's name, or my name. So I was like, how can you say that you like me? You don't even know me. You don't even know the first thing about me, which is my name. Like, when you don't see me a few times. Like, every time I used to go to my mom's house, I used to be ducking when my mom used to stay where she used to stay. I used to be ducking like, oh my gosh, this boy gonna see me. He's gonna come over and say hi. And I always speak to people because I'm never not mean. But now, like, I'm in a different era. You got a different person. Like, I am not friendly. I never was friendly. The problem is that when you add my mom into a remix with people, I typically don't go off as much as I would if I was on my own. Like, hi, how you doing? Because I speak because I'm nice. But for my mom, I'm not going to do all that extra stuff. Not unless you really tempt me to go there with you. But I'm not about to just be mean. Like, I'm just not that type of person. So I used to always speak. And he used to be like, hey, what are you doing? Like, let me take you out. And I'm like, we'll do a whoop. And I'm just like, I don't know. I just don't think it's like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like people carry an energy, guys, that you got to like heal out of your body. And once you get rid of that energy out of your body, your system, even when you're dealing with men, if you dealt with men sexually or women sexually, some women carry energy, so do men. Once you get that energy up out of your body, like, like, I don't know, it's different. Like, I feel like everybody should do like healing around sexual work when it comes to like how to get people's energy outside of your body. Because some people be like, well, they stay there all. No, they don't. I'm here to tell my side of the story. They don't. You can get rid of their energy so that way you can have a whole new energy field inside of your sacred areas. Like, you got to be really adamant in doing that healing work to the point where it's like, okay, like, I need this healing. I need this healing. Especially when it comes to sexual healing, it's a lot of energy work that you have to do to remove certain things out of your body and to get that cycle out of you and stop attracting some of the same people that you are attracting. And I feel like that comes down to some generational stuff with Black people that they need to heal. And so people of color in general, or people in general, they have a lot of things that they have to heal when it comes around the sexual stuff. So I would say, guys, like, once a door is shut, or once you know that your angels and ancestors, or God, Allah, whoever you believe in, because I don't discriminate when I talk on my podcast. It's like whoever you believe in. Like I can't tell you if you right or wrong. Like that's your choice. But if they are telling you to close a door, walk through that door and slam that door shut and just say thank you and walk into your new life because it's just that close. And I think this last Mercury retrograde is going to help you with that, with communicating like, hey, I'm tired. I don't want to deal with that. Like, and some guys, they don't even realize like all you see is sex. So you like, especially if you dealing with a woman who has like, or dealing with a man, because men go through sexual abuse too. I'm probably going to talk about that. And it's just unspoken of, okay? But they do go through it. So it's like when you're dealing with people with sexual abuse, and especially Black families, because they've been abused the most, okay? Not saying anybody else haven't, but they have. It's been passed down generations through generations, right? But when you're dealing with people like that, and then you as a person, you're trying to attract a woman or a man, and you like them, whether you like them sexual or not, always talking about sex is not going to get that person, especially if they're doing healing work around that. That's going to really turn them off. And sometimes people be like, dang, all they look at me is like sex. Like, I know my sex is good, but still, like, what? Like, I'm a whole person. So, like, it can become off very offensive. And so I always tell people to take heed onto how somebody else is feeling because you never know. Okay? You never know. So, guys, my message for today is really go up and shut that door. Go out that door, shut that door, and then walk into your new door and shut that door. I mean, because if you reopen a new door that you have open and then you looking back at the old doors you shut, sometimes you might want to go there. But that's not where you're supposed to be at. And sometimes your angels and ancestors and God will block you from even trying. They'll remove the door and set it somewhere you can't even get to the door no more. You can't even walk in the door no more. And the prime example is that, like, I'm a person, I said, man, I ain't going out no more. I ain't going to no clubs. I'm not, no, baby. Like, if we ain't going somewhere where it's high scale, like, I ain't going nowhere in the hood no more. Every time I was supposed to go to a club with one of my family members or friends, we never made it inside. I was like, all right, that was my sign. Like, and this, I just really sat there and was like, thank you, God. Like, thank you, universe. Thank you, angels and ancestors. Like, thank whoever just got my back because that's temptation. But I'm not supposed to be in that door no more. I'm not supposed to be in that door no more, so I don't go through that door no more. So I'm happy about that. I'm not sad about it. It is what it is, but I'm happy about that, guys. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm Gucci. So the real thing that I can really say about that, guys, is that I love myself enough to not do that to me. Like, and I just like, well, I ain't going through that door no more. I'm over that. That was then. This is now. This is my new life that I'm choosing to do and the places and things. So I really want to encourage y'all to make sure that whatever new path that y'all got, like, don't look back at the old path. Don't go back to the old ways. Because sometimes you're going to have those people hit you up. It's Mercury retrograde, them exes and this and that. How can you love yourself enough to be like, you didn't do it right the first time. What makes me think you're going to do it right the second time? And sometimes people do. I do believe in second chances, right? And I do believe in like forgiving people, like, but you have to make that effort for real. But if we are meant to be, we are meant to be. Like, I don't care how many times, like, this and that. Maybe we're not meant to be at this time because we both have healing we need to do. So we separated, but it was never bad when we separated. So that's great. So then now we're moving forward. And so I'm just really happy about that. Like, whether we're friends, romantic relationship, places and things, like, I'm not meant to have that. I'm not meant to have it. It's not meant to be on my new path. It's not in my door. The only way I can get this old stuff is if I opened up that door. And all I'm saying is, if you were meant to be with somebody in this new door, y'all gotta understand something. If y'all was meant to be with this person in this new door that you want to open, they would be in there. The fact that you're looking out and they're there trying to get in, or they're trying to call you back to the other door, like, come back over here, knowing that they're toxic, they're doing stuff that you don't want to do no more. And they want you to do it too. And it's like, I don't like that. I don't want to do it. But yet you're looking out that window. You're looking out that door. Shut the door and enjoy this new life that you got. Like, and enjoy the new peace that you got. Enjoy the new love that you have. Y'all have to start really enjoying the door that you're really in and where you're meant to go. The path you're meant to be on is your path. No matter how long it takes you to get to the path that you're supposed to be, you will get there. God don't let you miss nothing. Your angels and ancestors are not going to let you miss nothing. Whoever you believe in the Most High, like whoever you believe in, they're not going to let you miss nothing. Please believe that. Like, you got to trust and you got to have faith. Like, and know that you know that you good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you got to know that you good. But my only message, guys, is really shut that door and keep moving and go into the new life that you got. Like, it's waiting on you. And you right there. Just right there. So, guys, let me know how y'all feel about my episode. I miss y'all. I'm going to definitely post my other episode. I'm going to go live tomorrow, bro. I got a lot of stuff I'm going to do tomorrow with my podcast. But I really love y'all. Thanks for always listening to me, shouting me out, and just doing the things that y'all do. Like, y'all really be loving me on my podcast. I can tell that through social media. Y'all be like, when you're posting a new episode? And I was like, and I was going to post another episode, but then I was like, I didn't like how it sounded. And I was like, no, let me go outside. And I was just like, man, let me just avoid, like, and the episodes that I did record that I did, like, I wasn't feeling like it was the right time to drop it. And I feel like the time will be coming up pretty soon. So it's going to be right on time, which I need to hear and different stuff like that. But I'm telling y'all guys, if you don't clean out that old stuff, throw it outside, tie it in a knot, put it in a trash can. Get rid of anything that's standing in the way of you receiving gold. Get rid of anything that is standing in the way of you being who you is. And once the universal angels, the ancestors, God shut a door, leave it there. Because I'm telling you, pretty soon the door is not even going to be there to even go back to it. So it's like, say your goodbyes now, make peace with it, make love with it, and move on. Like, it's time. It's definitely time, and it's time to really love yourself, okay? So let me know how you feel about the episode. Hit me up on all platforms at the Pretty Red ENT Show, or let me know my webpage at the prettyredentshow.podbean.com. Let me know how you feel about the episode. Just let me know how I feel. But thanks for always tuning in, tapping into the Pretty Red ENT Show. It's your girl, goddess Naquita, aka Pretty Red ENT.